First 8 ng bahay mo, Bonzol and Sealzol. 5:54 remaining dito sa opening quarter.
Well, Nico, so far, Rain or Shine getting clobbered off the boards. And BMEG already with 9 boards. Rain or Shine with 2 rebounds. We also know that in terms of rebounding, Rain or Shine ranks number 9 in the league. So that's a department they need to work on. They need those rebounders.
We'll be back in a moment. Oh.
PBA on Solar TV. Leah Cruiser at courtside for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Speaking of Rain or Shine, head coach Caloy Garcia thinks that despite the fact that they dropped game 1, they still played a pretty good game in that ball game. He says that they're actually following the same keys to winning here in game 2. He wants them to control the boards, limit James Yap scoring, and not let Cliff Brown dictate the tempo of this ball game. Nico and Canito?
So, kailangan sundin niya ng Rain or Shine kung ayaw nilang maiwan kaagad o mabaon dito sa ating Best of 5 series. He's kneeling. That's a good connection there with JRS. And JRS will have 2 free throws.
And Pure Foods coming off that timeout, playing a zone defense. Rain or Shine really has the right idea. When you're going up against a zone defense, it doesn't mean that your only option is to throw up the outside shot. If you get good movement and nice cuts, especially on the back door, then you'll be able to get free for some inside opportunities.
Si Cliff Brown ang tinawagan ng foul, his second personal. At yan po ang pangalawang team foul laban sa BMEG Derby Ace. Rain or Shine, meron ding dalawang team foul. JRS comes up empty on that trip to the line. 5.5 remaining in the first. Bola na kay Roger Yap up against Ryan Aranya. Here's Brown. Taps it inside. And Aliado lost it, but they'll say last touch on JRS. Joel Mo emphatically telling JR, ikaw ang huling nakahawak.
A decision had been made. No? That decision
is unappealable. A good hustle there by Brown. Shot clock winding down to 6, down to 5, and there's a loose ball foul here. It could be against Aranya.
A situation there where when the shot clock was almost, well, not quite almost, still about 5 seconds left on that shot clock of Derby Ace, but a bailout here, they get a fresh, or rather a reset to 14 seconds, and Kirby Raimundo is now on the floor.
Kirby Raimundo played significant minutes para sa BMEG Derby Ace, considering how long he has been out of commission. I mean, he's been in uniform for the longest time, but I mean, really, in game 1 was the first time people saw him really contribute on the floor.
You know,
and here's Kirby.
And he's too valuable a player to rush. If he's not ready.
And here's Mercado. Fire and ice! That's the fire and ice combination of Rain or Shine. Every time you have Mercado and Norwood on the break, you have the fire, and then you have the ice, the finish by Norwood.
Unbelievable. Reminds me of, was it the North Carolina State team that had the fire and ice combination? Rodney Monroe was one of those players, that fire and ice combination.
Meantime, here's Pingris. And a short stab by Kirby. Nagkatulakan sa ilalim. And the foul will go against BMEG Derby Ace. Here it is. Fire to ice. The emotional to the high flyer. Mercado to Norwood. And I'm running out of this to say.
You can try. Mr. President has connected. Has passed the bill. But I also think in that kind of play, that's where Rain or Shine is deadliest. You know, when they're running and they have pace going for them, and you've got Derby Ace chasing after them. You want that. You want a situation where BMEG is chasing after you and not setting up defensively, because they are so tough playing the half-court defense.
But arguably, BMEG Derby Ace is acknowledged as the toughest defensive team in the league.
You know, they're giving up only 84 0.6 points a game in this conference. And that says a lot about this young man, Ryan Gregorio's philosophy of emphasizing defense more than anything else on the floor.
Well, you know, it's nice to preach defense when you have James Yap on your team and Kirby Raimundo.
That's right.
And Canaleta and Simon.
In defensive, you've got the elements. And Coach Ryan Gregorio has done a good job of putting together the pieces to give him that defensive orientation.
Now here's Sol Mercado against Roger Yap. Mercado trying to squeeze through.
But maubos na ng oras.
Roger Yap! Wow. Almost hitting a bullseye named Leah Cruz.
Now that's something that PBA shouldn't do. Naglalaro ng mabilisan ang Rain or Shine. You don't want to get infected by that bug. You don't want to play Rain or Shine's game. So take it easy. Settle things down. Don't go transition because that's not your game.
Ito na si Rod Neely. Rod Neely spins. Pinasa kay Norwood. Aranya. Aranya fakes. Back to Norwood. Norwood for 3. Yes,
oh, yes,
sir.
And see what you need about Mr. President. Now he's got 9 points. He's leading the charge. You know, when it's playoff time, that's when Gabe Norwood and Sol Mercado really shine.
Here's Bingris. Fakes. Fires. Bothered. Kirby misses. And Rain or Shine gets the basketball. They're down by 1. And here's Aranya. Aranya. Loose ball here. Loose ball. And they'll say someone kicked it. Someone from the Llamados side kicked the ball. And Sol Mercado will sit down in favor of T.Y. Tang.
A good move on the part of Coach Caloy Garcia. I think he realizes that Mercado expended himself in game number 1. You're talking about wear and tear here.
Not just game number 1, but all their knockout games.
Yes.
And Mercado's been working like a thoroughbred all throughout this Fiesta Conference. At may timeout muna tayo. 2:55 remaining. 1 point lead para sa Rain or Shine. Back inside the Cuneta Astrodome, it is basketball by the Bay. And here's their Yakult slam dunk. Surely not the last of the evening, featuring Gabe Norwood getting the perfect setup mula sa kanyang favorite tag team partner na si Sol Mercado.
That's the vice president passing to the president.
Na walang gamit na wang-wang yan, ha?
Wala na.
Oh.
Wala na. Days of the past.
So yung wang-wang mo, kinig.
Wala wang-wang.
Wala sa batas na yung mga din pwede gumamit. Oh, binasa ko.
And Rod Neely, you know, when Jay Lewis was playing for Rain or Shine, he kind of slowed down the game because of his huge bulk and body.
That's being kind.
Now that Rod Neely's there, you wonder who's playing center. Sure, though, he can give you a lot of points. But I think it puts an onus and also a big challenge on guys like Jeremy Cruz, who's done so well the last 2 games, and also J.R. Reyes. And it's Reyes now playing defense against Cliff Brown.
As Cliff Brown was bothered by the defense of Norwood. Meantime, Tang goes to Aranya. Aranya steps on the bricks. 1 point lead para sa Rain or Shine, 21-20. And 3 minutes to go in the first. Bola na kay T.Y. Tang. Now the quarterback of the Elasto Painters. Aranya sends it back. T.Y. from the corner. Short. Canaleta is now in the game para sa Derby Ace. Norwood in the open court.
That's 2 consecutive stops now by Rain or Shine. Derby Ace trying to get the ball inside that painted area, but Rain or Shine doing a good job playing the interior defense.
Under 2 minutes remaining dito sa opening quarter. Roger Yap slows things down for the Llamados. They lead the series 1-0. Bola na kay Canaleta.
And they're still sticking to that zone defense. We're talking of Rain or Shine.
Here's Brown. Blocked. And Brown was sandwiched by 2 Elasto Painters.
And it's easier for Rain or Shine to collapse on the penetrator when they're playing that 3-2 zone defense with 2 men in the back.